yesterday, actually, Blizzard brought out a new cinematic. We're gonna watch it right now.
Beyond
This looks
the
really
veil
good.
lies the Shadowlands.
Is this the Archon? Who
where
is that?
every soul has its place.
Look at that, dude. Look at the fucking wings. Look at the wings, dude. That actually looks really good. I think she looks good too, honestly. Look at that. She looks kind of weird. I think she looks kind of weird. Maybe it's just me, but I do think that. Dude, this is fucking badass. Yeah, I think she's a little bit weird. Look at that, dude. Oh, dude, this is my place, dude. That's my house right there. This is my covenant right here, boys. Look at this shit, dude. There it fucking is, dude. Look at that, man. You know who he reminds me of? Thranduil. Legolas's father in The Hobbit. And there he fucking is, man.
Beyond the veil lies darkness, where every soul has its place.
See, like, it's so weird. Like, it's so weird the way the jailer looks here, right? Because, like, look, I'll pull this up here. WoW jailer. There he is. So, this guy and this guy are two different people. Like, this one right here looks like fucking sexy Squidward. This one right here looks like a fucking 800-year-old asshole. And in my opinion, I think this one is way more fucking badass. Like, this guy is way scarier. He's like this massive, super old. Like, I like how they made him look old. I think that makes him look much more sinister and evil. And what's weird to me is, like, I guess, so does Sylvanas free him? I'm assuming that's kind of what happens, but it's, like, hard to say. Yeah, I don't know. Why is he chained up, though? Yeah, it's like in the game, he's not really chained up at all. So it kind of creates this, like, weird thing where, like, I don't know whenever he got chained up or not. And it's just, well, how does that even make any fucking sense? Sylvanas frees him? That's what it's gotta be, right? Sylvanas has to free him. But how's he gonna be the jailer if he's the one in jail? You see what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck does that make any goddamn sense, man? That's what's weird. It's the facial expression. Yeah, I think the facial expression is good too. But, like, overall, it's just, I don't know. I feel like he looks much different here than in the, like this one here, right? I don't know. I think he just looks, like this one, he looks like he's 55. And this one, he looks like he's like 85. Okay, I think that's like kind of what the difference is. And I guess maybe they just couldn't have done it in the same way in like the endgame cinematic. But here he looks like basically he looks like the last boss of a James Bond game, okay? Or something like that. You know, not James Bond, but, you know, like a fantasy James Bond game, something like that, you know? And this guy right here is completely fucking different. Yeah, he's like a big fucking bald guy, you know? Now, I don't know why they didn't show the Archon here. It was kind of weird because, like, so you get to see the Night Queen, right? Which is, in my opinion, I don't really like the way that she looks. And I know that might be, you know, I know that this might upset some people because, you know, this is their queen, right? The Winter Queen? Yeah, whatever. But I just feel like her face doesn't really fit on, like, the body of the character. Because it's like you have, like, a humanoid face on, like, this tree body. And I don't know, it feels like what it was is like somebody took the image and then they photoshopped it on, if that makes sense, right? So you have like the image of an original character and then you photoshop the human face onto it. That's kind of the way that I feel whenever I see it. Does that make sense? Deep fake? Yeah, yeah, that's actually a really good example. Yeah, it's like a deep fake. Yeah, that's almost the way that it looks like to me. Now, I do think she looks pretty hot, right? I mean, she's okay, but I don't know. I mean, it's decent enough, okay? It's decent enough, sure. Anyway, let's go back over and look at the other ones here. You've got the this place is really fucking cool, right? The like, if I was gonna just pick my covenant based off of the cinematic, I would 100% pick the Maldraxxus covenant. Like, let's be honest, it's 1,000 fucking times better. This guy is a huge fucking badass, and he doesn't even look like he's undead. This guy looks like he's a horde berserker, or he's like a fucking horde war chief or something like that. This is badass, man. Look at this guy. And then he's even like he's doing like the for the horde thing and all of that kind of stuff. And then here, I really liked how they had the necropolis actually attacking things, you know? I thought that was really fucking cool, because like, how many times do you ever see that actually in the game where it genuinely happens? And then here, the Revendreth one, I thought this one was really good too. That's Broxigar? I don't think that it is. Yeah, I would doubt it, but maybe it is. So then there's the Revendreth people like taking all the souls off of guys. Dude, this guy reminds me so much of fucking Thranduil from The Hobbit. I don't know, like, do you guys get those same vibes? Like, 100%. I love him though. Like, he's the perfect combination of fucking sinister and sophisticated. And also, you just look at his face, you know this guy's a fucking dickhead. Like, straight, this guy's a fucking dickhead. Just look at his face, you know he's an asshole, man. Lucius Malfoy? Yeah, Malfoy's dad? Yeah, maybe. I'd be really sad if we killed him right at the beginning of the cinematic, or the beginning of the game, I mean. His armor looks badass. Let me see, it shows his sword here, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I like how they have the, they make it just like in the actual game, where the sword is just randomly attached to his back by magic. You know, I think that's perfectly great. Hey, he just picks the fucking guy up. And I think that, like, just the personification, he just looks at him and throws that bitch right off the fucking edge, dude. Because he doesn't give a fuck. And so I think that the cinematic does do a good job of kind of showing the different factions and, or, you know, covenants or whatever you want to call them. I do like the way, like, all of this looks. Like, just the guy, just like how he's looking down on him. And he's like, oh, what are you doing, man? And, like, look at the V-neck. Like, that's not even a V-neck, man. That's, like, goes all the way down to his fucking belly button. This is crazy. Venthyr, Beth Covenant. Yeah, I'm going Venthyr 100%. Like, I'll tell you guys one thing. Like, I'm 100% going Venthyr. Like, what covenant are you guys going? I'm actually curious. Kyrian? A lot of people are going Kyrian, the best one. Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of people feel. It's like Kyrian right now for a lot of classes is it's the best covenant. So, you know, everybody's just going with that one regardless. Whichever one does the most healing. Yeah, poll. I can do a poll for it. Yeah, sure. Give me a second. Straw poll. And, let's see. Oh, right. Knife. Okay, now, all right. Let's go back over. I'll give you guys an actual fucking option to vote on this shit. And we'll see what people think about it, okay? We'll give everybody a second here. Let's look at the results. I'm glad we have true men of culture here. I think that I probably influenced the vote a little bit because obviously I talked about how good Venthyr is and how it's the coolest one. But I'm actually, wait, 23% of my chat are simping for the Winter Queen? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Are you guys crazy? What is this? Can't spell Venthyr? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's pretty balanced. I do think this is a pretty good balance. Venthyr, I do think, is the coolest covenant, 100%. But, like, what's so weird to me is that I don't really, and this is, like, just my opinion, right? I don't really like how Maldraxxus just reuses basically the exact same assets and the different types of stuff as the Scourge does. I don't like that. I think that's weird. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? It feels like it's just like kind of a copy paste. And it's like, how do they have a necropolis that looks just like Naxxramas? I don't know, like, because it's a Scourge zone? Because they are the Scourge. Well, it feels so weird to me that that's the case. Like, I understand what the logic is behind it and everything. It just feels weird to me. Like, in a way, so like, the Dreadlords and stuff like that, like the Venthyr Dreadlords, they're basically like ascended Dreadlords. But the Maldraxxus guys just look like fucking Scourge. It doesn't really feel like they're ascended. The Night Fae are completely, not really completely unique, but they're relatively unique. And the Nikirian are relatively unique as well. But it just feels like Maldraxxus is like, oh, it's the Scourge, but they're dead and they're cool. And it's like, yeah, come on, man. Give me a fucking break. You're just suppressing that part of the Scourge so you don't have to go bald. Yeah, you're probably right. Regardless, the cinematic is good. Obviously, like, it's not like the greatest cinematic they've ever done. I still think the best cinematic of all of the stuff that they've done throughout Shadowlands content is it's the Bastion one. The Bastion one is by far the best one they've ever done. They've done so far for the Shadowlands. Play it again. Play what? The Bastion one? I can watch one of them. All right, I'll watch one and then we'll go ahead and move on. All right. This is by far, in my opinion, the best one that they've made. Like, this is the best, actually, like, overall, I think this is the best one that they've ever done, period, that's not an actual cinematic. It is incredible. Ashar is better? Not even close, in my opinion. There he is, man. Fucking Arthas. Bad, dude. Just stabs his fucking ass.
Save my soul.
Like, just that alone is so good. It shows the runes, it introduces what they look like for later on in the cinematic. He gets teleported over to Bastion.
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion.
Look at that, man.
You led a truly selfless life.
He's a
and
good guy.
For that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks.
And
of
making
the
her
Ascended.
really hot while having short hair
Serving
was
to
also
ferry
a
the
big
souls
success.
of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
Because it makes it to where, like, she's,
I serve the light,
yeah.
and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no
Like, they made it to where, like, she was hot, but at the same time, she also looked like she had authority, you know? Like, that's really kind of hard to do. But I think they did it absolutely fucking perfectly with Davos. Like, it was so fucking good, man.
evil here. The darkness was sealed within the maw long ago.
You're wrong.
Yep.
He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
What I desire is justice.
He don't give a fuck, man. This guy does whatever the fuck he wants, man.
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen.
And, like, so that actually, it shows that, you know, his soul was split. And it does actually make him different. And I think that's what's really so good about this, too. Now, I don't know. Arthas stabbed a lot of fucking people. I don't know why they haven't seen one of these before. But, you know, it is what it is.
I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways.
The lightsaber soul?
Trust
Yeah.
the path.
And so then you get into, like, the whole, you know, the zealotry.
How long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade.
Right here, dude.
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me.
Look at that, man. She's exploiting his fucking soul. Look at that. Holy shit, so fucking good, man. She sees how it happens.
The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed!
Enough!
The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal
And then they have like
charge.
this whole thing, right?
You will abandon this course.
Oh, no.
As you command, my Archon.
And this is, you know, like the whole, like, you have to follow the fucking path, and it's this weird, like, fucking religious thing, and this bitch is like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do that.
Uther,
Yeah, right.
the time of your ascension
I'm gonna take things into my own
has
hands. I'm
come.
gonna do what I want to do.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself.
There it is, dude. There it is, dude. Then Uther becomes fucking empowered. He's like ascended.
The moment he falls, we will claim him.
And he gets broken, plays the fucking invincible music. Father, is it over?
I see. Only darkness.
And Arthas looks fucking badass too. And they take his bitch ass over the maw.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering.
And Uther just looks fucking crazy. And Arthas is just dead, right?
My student.
Yeah.
Remember what he did, and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
And so they can turn, like, and the best thing about the cinematic is it turns Arthas, the fucking Lich King, into being a sympathetic character. Like, that's so fucking good, man. It's so fucking good. Like, you feel bad for Arthas. Like, as I said, this is the best one they've ever done. Like, I don't even think it's close. Like, Uther's like fucking just insane, like mad. Like, this is by far the best one they've ever done. Yeah, and then she just fully commits to it, gets him to throw him off. Why do you feel bad for Arthas? Because the guy fucking, like, he basically, you know the story where he gets, like, controlled by it and he throws him down there and his soul got split. Look at this, look at Uther's face. Does this look like the face of a sane man? This looks like a normal, rational, calm guy. This looks like a fucking nutball that's gonna mug you at Walmart, man. Yeah, this guy looks like he's not happy at all. And so, yeah, he mad? Yeah, exactly, he mad. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is a, and like, also, like, he's always like, oh, it's my fucking, this is my student, you know, it's like basically his son, you know, at a certain point. And like, Arthas, look at his face, right? He's just fucking dead, you know, like, he got his ass beat, that's all there is to it. And I don't know, if you went through what Uther did, well, no, I wouldn't be happy either. Yeah, I'd be fucking pissed off. But then again, I wouldn't have abandoned Arthas and Strathlum, so it would never happen. Yeah, so you gotta keep that in mind. Regardless, I think this was by far the best cinematic they ever did. So it's gonna be really hard for them to be able to beat that. And I'll say that for sure. It's gonna be super, super fucking hard for them to be able to beat that.